What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Meg. I have bangs now, and today we are doing a chit chat get ready with me, but it's also going to be a teaching video because I'm going to teach you how to get this Libra season, Libra inspired smoky eye. So I am going to be doing some smoky eye variations for the month of October because it's just that vibe. It is still Libra season right now as I'm filming, closely approaching the end of it, but this is my Libra inspired smoky eye. So if you'd like to see how to get this, or you just want to hang out and you're here for the vibes, all good, let's roll into it. Insert me with a roller in my hair. Be prepared for that. All right, let's get into it. We love this day 4 hair with a curler in it. Anyways, we are going to jump into it. I wanted to do a smoky eye. I'm going to be doing, this is like more light fun smoky eye, and I think I'm going to be doing another video with like a darker, edgier, like more Scorpio vibes, but we're still in Libra season as I'm filming this. So this is like the Libra season version of a smoky eye, even though it's October, and then we'll do the Scorpio version of a smoky eye while it's still October, and I'm gonna like get my shit together so this goes up really recent because I'm using the Moonspell palette, which is also like perfect for October and for this theme of a smoky eye. And speaking of which, one of the very first topics that I want to talk about is Lunar Beauty, because this is the name of the brand. It's Manny Mua's brand. If you're not in the know, it's pretty fucking cool. So just saying. The colors that I'm going to be using today, Mel, and then we're going to jump over to Sally, and then we're going to use Mildred. So anyways, those are the vibes. I have my ABH primer on. We're gonna chat, we're gonna build up a smoky eye. It's gonna be a great time. And it's a tank. There are no coincidences, because as I sat down, Manny put his reveal video for his next Lunar Beauty launch, and this is a makeup channel, so what a perfect opportunity to talk about it before it comes out. This video probably will not be out before the launch, so sorry about it, but we're taking the darkest brown, and again, use what you have. You don't need this exact palette, even though I really do like it. I like the formula. I just really like the formulation of his brand. I have yet to be disappointed by something. So anyways, he revealed his next collection, and I was just like, what is it? It seems like an icy theme. And then he reveals that it's a holiday collection. And what I'm doing is picking up, just like dabbing my brush in a couple times, flipping off the extra, and then I'm just patting, because that's how we get a clean smoky eye and we don't get eyeshadow all over our face, in case you were curious. So he revealed his collection, and I'm not gonna lie, like I was slightly sad for a moment because we need a volume 3. So sir, if you're watching this, I've been in your DMs. I know you've seen my comments. I know your brand's seen my comments. We need a volume 3 with greens. Like I need like 10 shades of green. And that's actually not an exaggeration, because there's like 20 shades in this eyeshadow palette. So I need different variations of green. Like I need like earthy, dark forest greens. I need like olive, muddy greens. I need like a chartreuse color. Like I need all of the greens. And then because there is purple in here, but there's like 3 purples. Okay, I'm seeing like 3. Okay, you can say that this is a lot of purple, but there's a lot of red toned purple. I need cool toned purple, sir. Cool toned purple and green for volume 3. Like please, I need it, please. So anyway, I was kind of disappointed. I didn't think we would get a volume 3 because I know that makeup takes such a long time to produce. So fingers crossed for next October, we are able to get a volume 3 with those colors, or you know, just any other palette with that color story. Just be happy with it, because I would wear those colors year around. But anyways, he's revealing his winter collection, and it's so fun. Like it looks like it's an advent calendar, and like it's actually so cute because it's like he said, nothing like that has ever been done before, by a brand, and I love the idea of it. It's so fun, but as soon as you said advent calendar, I laughed in Aries because my Aries ass would be like, I'm like, 12 days? No, same day all at once. Although I did like his message, and it was really sweet, and I agree, like I have fond memories of opening up an advent calendar as a child. Perhaps, you know, I'm viewing that as a lesson in patience. But I do like what he said in the video, and I wrote it down because I'm like, that's the most Aries thing I've ever heard somebody say. He said that he works really hard on it. He has never seen it before, so if other brands start doing it, he said he's gonna cry. He's like, I will cry. And I will come for you and call you out, but I will also cry. And I'm like, same, because that's exactly what I do. I cry, and then I come for people. I call them out. I try to have civilized discussions. But anyways, I'm excited. There's also 2 lip oils with the collection. I do like his lip oils. I have them because in past launches, it's just been less expensive to just do like a bundle with everything. So I do have quite a few of his lip oils already, so I'm probably going to pass on the 2 for this release, although they look really cool. Like there's one that has a purple hue, and then there's one that's super pigmented, and it's like this pink color, and it looks super pretty. But what I also like about the collection is that he didn't show us all 12 colors, so he's like, it's a surprise for you. But I'm like, I'm sold. You know, it's like, you only showed me 3 colors, but I'm gonna buy it anyways. It just seems like such a fun idea. I like that it's a magnet DIY palette. You can arrange it how you want. If you're traveling, you can just keep, because it comes in like these tiny little square packages, you can keep those. And then if you're traveling and you only want to take certain shades with you, it's easy to take on the go instead of taking an entire palette. So I'm really here for it. I think it's such a good idea. I'm excited for it. So that's my take on that. Let me know what your thoughts are, if you're interested or if you also purchased it or tried to purchase it. So now on a different brush, I'm taking Sally, which is that lighter color, and these are just Morphe M433. So again, you don't need to be neat. It's a smoky eye. I just try to get like an even amount of pigment across my lids. So now we're gonna buffer and kind of like blend this outwards softly. So again, I'm gonna get right here where my crease starts, like right on the very edge of like the dark brown, and just kind of wiggle my brush because I don't want to overdo this. I'm really laying down these first 2 to 3 dips as close to that brown edge as possible. So this is gonna help with the seamless blend, but it's also giving you that control of like not accidentally like smoking it out to your eyebrows, which if you want to do that and that's the look you're going for, do it. But if you're wanting to have more control and not have your eyeshadow like escape you and be in charge when you're the one in charge, this is a good way to do it. So now that I have that down and I'm happy with it, I'm going to move my fingers further back on my brush so it's looser, and I'm going to hold it looser, and I'm going to apply very little pressure. I'm like, how can I show you that I'm holding my brush? Yes, my nails are chipped, and no, I don't care. I remember that was such a thing like back in the day on YouTube. Like there would be all these comments like, your nails are chipped, how do you have the audacity to film a video and not even look put together with your chipped nails? And it's like, who fucking cares? Also, if you hear background noises, our AC and heater unit is being serviced to make sure that it is good to go. So I'm just lightly and like gingerly, like kind of messily, because makeup is art, right? So it's like a little paintbrush, bringing it upwards towards my brow bone without it being too much. So that's like, that's it for me. I'll try to get this outer corner a little bit and then just do an all over nice little blend. All right, so that is one eye blended, and because I'm probably not going to show you my whole face, I'm just going to keep chatting while I do this other eye. Some things I wanted to talk about was just catching up a little bit. Because where I last left you, I was talking about my mental health journey and what was going on with that, and how I was started seeing a psychiatrist and I was going on all these meds, and it was a very bad time. And I first and foremost want to recognize that medication does amazing things for people. I've seen it, I know it. It is yet to happen for me. But that's okay, because we're figuring it out. So basically, I have been put on several, I don't know if this is getting too personal or like whatever, I don't really care. I've been put on several SSRIs in the last 10 years. And none of them worked for me. I had a horrible experience with them all. I talked about that in my last Chit Chat and Get Ready With Me video. So if you're interested, link up here, check the description, because I link videos in the description along with other good information. So for some reason, my psychiatrist, he is a medical, he's an MD, so I trust him. I'm like, you're a doctor, I trust you. But for some reason, he wanted to try one last SNRI just for the hell of it, instead of doing the genetic testing, because he said it would be a waste of money at this point because there are too many medications I've tried that don't work. And it's like, I get that he's saving me money, but I would also like to know, as a person who's going through dealing with medication not working and going through literal hell, I would rather spend the money on genetic testing to know what's going to work and like what's not going to work. But anyway, he wanted to put me on one last one, and I was on it for like a full 30 days, and it triggered me. I can't remember what I talked about in my last video because, you know, brain fog. I feel like a conehead. Anyone from like the 90s and younger, you know what I'm talking about. I feel like such a freaking conehead. I don't know what I talked about, but to cut it short, it flung me into a really bad depressive episode. Like, to be completely honest, because I think that it's important to talk about mental health and to be vulnerable, and it's fun to talk about like more artificial things like makeup, because like we need a balance of like light and dark in our lives. But you know, I have general anxiety disorder. I have severe to mild clinical depression, depending, you know, depending which way the breeze blows. And I believe that I am a mix of ADHD and high functioning autism. I've taken several assessments that prove both. I have yet to get my therapist or my psychiatrist on board with the idea of it, because they're still leaning into the anxiety depression threshold. And oh, I most certainly definitely have CPTSD. 100%. So a lot of those things bleed into each other, so it gets a little bit tricky when it comes to diagnosing, and I totally understand that. But anyways, it just kind of like flung me into this really bad depressive state. And as somebody who is very much familiar with what their mild versus their severe clinical depression looks and feels like, you know, you have a baseline of stuff, right? So like, this could be my baseline for my severe depression. This medication, it was down here. Like, my severe depression is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's manageable. But this had me down here. Like here, I'm in the ocean. I'm in the dark depths of the ocean, but I'm not in like the scary part of the ocean. Like, it's pretty dark, but like I can still see like a light above. Like, I know if I swim up, like I can get to the surface and I'll be fine. But you know, like I'm like scuba diving and like I can kind of see some things, but it's starting to get pretty murky and it's starting to get pretty dark. But I can still see a little bit, and I can still see like the light at the top. This medication strung me into such a depressive episode that it was the scariest part of the ocean, where it's 100% dark. And you know, like how on the nature shows, they'll like show a fluorescent light on a fish, and it's like the most terrifying thing you've ever seen in your life, and it was like right in front of your face and you had no idea because you couldn't see anything because it's literally dark. I was in like the bottom of the ocean, like bottom, murky, dark depth, like faintest of eyesight, like your eyes kind of adjust a little bit, like that's where I was. And that's a very terrifying, scary place to be, and had I continued to be in that place, bad things would happen. So taking that to my doctor, my psychiatrist, I'm like, listen, it's gonna be a no for me. Like, I tried, it's a no. I'm never doing this again. Don't ever suggest another SNRI or SSRI to me as long as I'm alive. So anyways, I am taking this super thin brush, super hella thin. This is the KVD 70 brush, and I like to map out because we're doing a dramatic eyeliner, because what is a smoky eye without like a huge, I mean, you could do it without, but I've really been into wings lately. Normally I'm not a wing girl, but I'm taking Sally to map it out because it's stressful. So this is what I like to do, and I can't really talk or breathe while doing it. So I kind of line up, like, what angle do I want? Do I want this? Do I want this? Like, you know, like where do you want it to be? That is looking good. And the fun part is trying to match it, and that is why I like doing this with eyeshadow, because if it's like a horrible match, you can easily just kind of like dab it or blend it away instead of, like, you know, doing the actual eyeliner. Y'all, lucky me. I like turned the camera off. I'm like, this is gonna take forever for me to match it, because normally it takes me 2 to 3 tries. I think it looks pretty good. Anyways, last thing that we're gonna do, I mentioned Dear Mildred. She is stunning and pretty. So again, any similar, or if you're not into shimmer, that's totally cool. But like I said, this is like a Libra season smoky eyes, so we are going to shimmer it up, baby. This has like purple, pink, like purpley, orange, red flicks in it. The camera just makes it look shiny because of my studio lighting, but it's like really, really pretty. It's like taupe, and then it has the layer of like the pinky purple eyeshadow. So I just like dabbing that all over the lid, and that's all that there is to it. So anyways, I was like, I'm literally never doing this again. And the downside about being on medications like SSRIs and SNRIs is that they can be a real B word to get off of, and they can take, like, depending how long you're using them. For me, I was told 4 to 6 weeks, so I'm like, cool. So I've been off of it for almost 3 weeks now, and I'm feeling a lot better. I'm starting to feel more like myself. I'm starting to have a clearer mind, more energy, definitely coming out of like those depressive areas. But every now and then it sneaks its way back in. So that's my story. My psychiatrist also told me that because, again, this is like very personal and a very sensitive topic, but I'm talking about my experience. I'm not a medical doctor. Do not take advice from me. Do not listen to me. My doctor told me that because I had a depressive episode brought on by an SNRI, that I'm bipolar. And I did not resonate with that because I don't feel it. And there's nothing wrong with having that diagnosis, but knowing myself and knowing the criteria for this, and having taken an assessment before, knowing I don't meet the criteria for it. And that's where these things get confusing and they merge together, and why they don't want to give me an ADHD or an autism diagnosis, because these things merge together. And the hypomania that I would qualify for bipolar are symptoms of ADHD. And after talking extensively with my psychiatrist, with my therapist, it's not to that extreme level or that high of a level to qualify for hypomania. So I had to really fight my psychiatrist about it, which is where it comes to advocating for yourself, especially if you are a assigned at birth female and you are past the age of 30. Fun times, right? So what I like to do for the lower lash line, this is a lip liner. I like it because it's a little bit tacky. It's fun to smudge out, and I don't like, you know, I am over the age of 30, so I got crinkles under my eyes, and eye primer causes crinkles. So I use this as a primer. It adds as like a dark base for when I really want to smoke out my lower lash line, and it gives the eyeshadow for something to stick onto. So I just take some eyeliner. I don't go all the way around. I go 3/4 of the way around, and then I just kind of smudge it. And this is why I like doing my base makeup last, because you can be as messy as you want with your makeup and clean up with concealer and whatnot later down the line. So I'm going to do 2 layers of that, smudge it out. So my doctor wanted to put me on lithium, and that scared me, being told that I would have to be on it for the rest of my life. There's a lot involved with it, such as, I don't even know, is YouTube going to censor this video? Hopefully it doesn't. But you have to get blood draws to make sure that you're not getting like a toxic amount in your blood system. So if you're somebody that struggles with needles or blood draws, like, it's not a good fit. It can cause onset diabetes, and personally I am already at risk for, I'm like right on the border of pre-diabetes, so that is something very personal and vulnerable that I'm sharing with you. And it can be very toxic for your organs if you're on it for a long period of time. And being on anything for a long period of time honestly stresses me out and freaks me out. I don't like the idea of it. Like, I hate the question, like, where, like, what job do you want to do in 5 years? Where do you see yourself? I don't know. I don't know where I see myself in a month. Like, I feel like that right there shows you that I'm neurodivergent. I'm like, I can't think like that in the future. So this is a Morphe E36. It's a little bit flat, a little bit floofy, and I picked up the dark shade Mel, and I'm gonna smoke. So, yeah, he wanted to put me on the mood stabilizer because of the potential bipolar diagnosis, and also said that the mood stabilizer would help with the Prestige, but that didn't make sense because it can take months for a mood stabilizer to take effect. Again, I'm not a medical professional. Do not come for me in the comments. It's just what I've seen from research and what I personally have been told by other medical professionals, and I don't know, I just did not like the idea of it. So I said I'm not comfortable with this, and was told, do you know how many colleagues of mine would, you know, disagree with this treatment plan, because I just wanted a break. I had been seeing him for 3 months on 5 different kinds of medications in 3 months. That's a lot. So I'm like, I need a break. Like, obviously my anxiety, it's the reason why I went to see him, was because I have anxiety. So I'm like, I just want to treat my anxiety for right now and give my body like a month to just chill. Like, my brain needs to chill, and then we can reassess. So I finally convinced him to get me an ADHD assessment. So I'm going to be doing that in a couple of weeks and exploring that route. Just because I want to know, for peace of mind and for like workplace accommodation purposes. So I just took a little bit of Sally to blend that further, and I'm going to pick up Mildred on this and dot it because it's a shimmer. It's very like fall outy. So again, another great reason to do your face makeup afterwards. So that's where I'm at with my medication journey with my mental health. Great times. It's been utterly exhausting. I have fatigue, and it's been affecting me. Like, I have like such psychic fatigue right now. If you guys aren't aware, I'm a tarot reader. I practice divination, and it just has caused so much fatigue in that area in my life. But I'm slowly working on building things up, doing things day by day. If you guys would like a video of me talking about what I'm doing to kind of like bring myself back up and the small things that I'm doing so I don't overwhelm myself, let me know in the comments. But that's where I am. I'm hanging out. I'm chilling. I don't feel like horribly depressed anymore, but I'm still well on the road of recovery of coming off of the effects of the medication that I was on. I went to turn this off, but then I was like, maybe some people want to watch me do my eyeliner. So I'm personally gonna be quiet while doing this, and I'm just gonna like switch my voice over so there's still something going on. But I like to do really thin in the inner corner. Okay, here we go.
Voiceover Meg is here. So like I said, I like it really thin in the inner corner. So I just kind of tap and lay down and work with the pen. This is a House Labs liner. I haven't tried it since like they rebranded and went to Sephora. So if you have tried the new House Labs eyeliner, let me know what your thoughts on it are. But because this is running low, like I know I'm running low on it, I was like, I need to get the inner corner in first. And then give it some good couple shakes. And then I like using the tip and just following that guideline, dragging it down. And then I go across my lid, and I like to do this halfway across to where my pupil is. And then you just kind of fill in the triangle. And I am definitely struggling here because there's nothing worse than it not being super sharp like that. Like, no, I was upset.
I think my eyeliner is almost out.
So I had a second House Labs liner. I tried that, but that one was also drying out. And then I had an Essence liquid liner, and that one was also drying out. So at least with this one, we got that good line going before it started to poop out on me. So as long as like I can get like that, you know, the actual wing part done without it looking terrible. And then all you have to do is fill it in. And I'm just kind of making sure that it looks like it's of equal thickness, but see, it's running out. So it's like not giving me what I need. Yeah.
My eyeliner is running out. This sucks. So that, in essence, is my eyeliner. This started drying out on me over here. So in essence, that is my eyeliner, which ironically I switched over to my Essence eyeliner, which is also drying up. So love that for me. So this is kind of the vibe that I do. You know, we got our clip back here. This is kind of it. I have some pieces that are just driving me freaking nuts. Nope. Cuticle scissors will not cut them. I think I need to get like some shears off Amazon or something, or go to Sally's so I can trim myself, because even though the person that does my hair, I love her, she's amazing, but it's a 40-minute drive and I can't, like, 40 minutes just to get my bangs trimmed. As much as I love her, I think I need to do it on my own as best I can, just little pieces. What I honestly think is going to happen is that I'm just going to let them grow, and then when I have my hair appointment I'm going to still have this around my neck. When I have my hair appointment at the end of the year, redo them, because I have yet to style my bangs how she did. I'll throw in some hair transformation reels at the end for funsies in case you're curious, and because I think it looks cool, and like I said, my hair will never look like that again. If you know how to untrain your hair from a middle part, can you please let me know? Trying to not fuss with it too much. But anyways, all I did, see, like, this side is a mess. Like, what the heck is going on? Bang Girl Autumn, I still stand by that, but anyways, like I said, this is 4-day hair. I topped off with Lunar Beauty lip oil, speaking of their lip oil, in the shade Kiss Me. So this is what it looks like. I don't have anything else on my lips. It smells like watermelon, and my husband made me this drink, and I'm kind of concerned about it. But it's watermelon. So yeah, that was this chit chat. Get ready with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, leave your questions down below, or let me know on Instagram what you want to see in the chit chat get ready with me, like what kind of questions or topics you want me to talk about when we do our Scorpio smoky eye. But anyways, I hope you had fun hanging out with me. I had fun doing this. This is my relaxation zone, but I thank you for your energy anyways. And don't forget to subscribe if you aren't yet already, so I can see you in the next one. Bye everyone.
Yes, bitch, cut your bangs. You'll look amazing. Do it right now. You want bangs? Yeah.